Welcome to the Board of Adjustments meeting tonight for November 24th, 2009. We'd like to start off with a swearing in of a new member, Mr. Milton Kluwat. Linda would like to swear him in.
Mr. Milton, please stand and raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Milton Kluwat, do solemnly swear
I, Milton Kluwat, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States
support the Constitution and laws of the United States,
and the Constitution and laws of this state,
the Constitution and laws of this state.
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and perform all the duties incumbent on me
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Adjustments for the Parish of Ascension,
as a member of the Board of Adjustment of the Parish of Ascension,
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
according to my best of my abilities and understandings.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know about that.
Thank you.
That was definitely longer than I remember. Roll call of members. Mr. Brad Walker, Chairman, present. Ms. Kathy Desideer.
Present.
Mr. Jim Cecil, Vice Chairman.
Present.
Mr. Bill Lee.
Here, present.
Mr. Tyler Glue.
Present.
And Mr. Milton Kluwat.
Present.
Okay. All right. At this time, we're going to open it up for public comment period. Anybody that has any kind of public comment that's not on an agenda item tonight, please feel free to come up front and speak your piece, public. Nobody coming up comment. We'll now move to a request for the motion from the board to accept the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as amended with corrections. The corrections being Mr. James Cecil was listed as absent last meeting. He was present. Commission action to nominate Mr. Brad Walker as chairman was, the motion was made by James Cecil, seconded by Mr. Tyler Glue. And for zoning review 2034.09, it shows Tyler Glue as voting yea. He voted nay. It shows William Lee as voting nay, and he voted yea.
Do I have a second?
I
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Jim Cecil. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passed. I need a motion to acceptance of the written decisions of October 27, 2009 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bill Lee, second by Mr. Milton Kluwat. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. At this time, we'll now hear the public hearing to consider the following variances. The first variance on our list tonight is review ID 2040.09, lots E and F of the Wayne Floyd Barnes subdivision for Adam Bro, located the west side of Sybil Road, approximately 1300 North Little Prairie Road. Is there anybody here for this variance? Mr. Adam Bro, you want to come up front here? Just give us a little something about what you're doing and why you want it done.
Trying to build a house, and our lots are divided, and they said we had to come here to get it okay to start building, and so that's why we're here.
Does the board have any questions?
Okay.
I had one. It said the health unit's approved, and it said C attached, and I didn't get the attachment for what that's worth in his request. Was there an attachment?
I don't have one either.
Patrice?
I guess I'll ask him a question here, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me. This is a mobile home. It says to be removed.
Yes, sir.
On there. And, of course, when this house is occupied or you get your occupancy, You're gonna have that gone, right?
Oh, we're actually gonna have it gone before we move in.
I'm-
We're gonna.
I'm
yeah,
just
that's-
asking the
Yeah,
question.
it's gonna be gone.
Okay.
Okay, and I guess my question is, are there two mobile homes on your lot?
Yes, ma'am. Well, one's already there, and the people that lived in it are moved. Have their house, and they're about to have it moved.
Okay.
And actually, just a piece of our lot is where theirs is, but it's gone. And then ours is, I don't have the. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let me turn around. All right, this is where I am, and this one's gone. People who lived in it, or their house is done and they're moving, or they're in it already. And then this is where we propose to build our.
There's two of them to
house.
be removed, okay.
So this one's gonna be gone shortly, and then once our house is, if we build it, once it's done, this one's gonna be gone. And then this is our lot here. Can you
Looks
see
like
that?
your driveway goes, it's
There,
gonna go
yeah,
across
it's not
it.
there anymore. Well, it's
Okay.
right
It's
here.
about 5 foot off the existing driveway, and,
Yeah.
that little apron that you see on there, it's been removed.
Are there any objections from anybody in and around, surrounding the lots, what you're trying to do? Are there any objections to other landowners there?
No, sir.
It's all mine, and it's family, it's all family.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Remember, sometimes even family objects, don't?
Any more questions?
Uh,
Open it up public hearing?
Open up public hearing, please.
Second.
Why don't you give a sec? We're just gonna see if anybody here has anything to say about the variance. Now's the time to speak about this variance.
Make
I
a
don't
motion
see
to
no
close.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Jim Cecil, seconded by Mr. Tyler Glue to close the public. Do I hear a
I'll
motion?
make a motion to accept the variance as written.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Tyler Glue, seconded by Ms. Kathy Desideer to approve the variance as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes.
You're welcome.
Next item on the agenda is zoning review ID 2041.09, Lot 70, Longwood subdivision for Charlie Purdue III, located the east side of Bluffwood Circle, approximately 300 feet north of Longwood Avenue. Is there anybody to come up front?
Is everybody signing in?
Yeah, please sign in, if you haven't signed in already. Just state your name and what you're looking to do with the property.
Excuse me, my name is Charlie Purdue, and basically I want to do an addition to our home, and part of that addition is adding a workshop. I don't know what documents you guys have gotten. I have one here, but I understood the rear building line to be 15 feet from the property line, and then I found out it was 20. So it would cause redrawing plans and potentially moving the building into the yard, or either cutting a corner off of the building. And so I'm just looking for a variance for just one corner of my shop. And it's because the rear property line's on an angle. I don't know. Let me move this where you can see it better. This point right here is where the 15 feet and the corner of the shop. So if it moved down to 20, it would just cut off, you know, a piece or a corner of the building. So I just need an exception or a variance.
How far is the other corner from the property line?
Oh, it's, I don't have that measurement, but it's a good distance. It's more than 20.
It's more, okay.
I pulled.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What type of shop? Just a regular, not a
Just-
commercial shop or
Oh,
anything?
no, sir. It's just to put equipment, tools, just everyday stuff in.
All right.
And your measurement of 15 foot, that includes the overhang?
It should, yes. I can make sure that it does.
Okay.
Like on this drawing, it shows 15 feet plus 9, that's to the structure, and it's 9 inches. So, I mean, it's real close. It'd have to be a 9-inch overhang. But
Do you
What's-
know your lot number in the subdivision?
70,
70?
I have a plat of it also.
We have one.
What lot number?
70?
70,
70.
7-0.
What's behind your lot?
a 100-acre cow pasture.
Okay,
There's no rear neighbors.
okay.
And on one side, I have a neighbor, the other side's a neighbor, and a gas pipeline. So there's not a whole lot back behind me.
Yes,
Now, there is a 15-foot servitude
That's correct.
that's in the back here, correct?
That's
So
correct.
he's going to button right up to the servitude. Make a motion that we open public hearing?
Second.
Motion to open public hearing by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Tyler Goode. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment period is now open. Anybody like to speak for or against this variance, please come on forward.
Make a motion to close?
Second.
Second.
Motion to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Public comment period is now closed. Can I hear a motion?
I move we accept the variance as requested.
And I'll second it.
Motion to accept as written by Mr. Bill Leak, seconded by Ms. Kathy Desideer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you.
That's it? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Next, zoning review ID, 2042.09, Lot A, Bluff Heritage Subdivision for Tyrone Scott, located on the west side of LA Highway 928 Bluff Road, approximately 300 feet north of Bluff Heritage Avenue. Anybody available? Please sign in.
My name is Tyrone Scott, and the property that we're talking about, planning to build my family home on it. And we request a variance on the rear setback. The house plan actually went into the 20-foot building line, or between, inside of the building line.
This is the house that's already constructed?
No, sir. It's just a plan and the plot, the way it is on the lot.
Yeah,
In designing the
looks like
plan,
there's
we,
no way to get the house on there, either with the front
Yeah, I'm just looking at them.
and then the back.
Not only that, it's just got.
Yeah. So, you only need 3.5 feet?
it's actually,
Because it looks like it's 16.5 feet from the building, I mean, from the rear.
yes, ma'am.
And now, your plans include the overhang as well?
Yes, the
Okay.
overhang. Yeah, what I'm requesting is really 3.7 feet.
Yeah, that detention pond. Make a motion to open public hearing?
Second.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Is there anybody for or against this variance in the audience?
Make a motion to close?
Second.
Motion to close, second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to close public hearing. Do I hear a motion on the variance?
I move we accept as written. There's a lake behind this house, and I don't see how you could build it on this shaped lot without the variance.
I'll second. Ty second.
Motion by Ms. Kathy Desideer to accept as written. Tyler Glue's seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you. Next zoning review ID is 2043.09, Lot 4-5-A-1-A for Greg and Peggy Gotro, located on the east side of Airline Highway, approximately 700 feet south of LA Highway 73.
Hello, can y'all hear me? Okay. My name is Peggy Gotro, and we're here tonight to request a parking variance for our building that we are hopefully soon to be constructing. With me, I also have Chris Camarada. He's the Vice President of the Kitty Academy Construction Department, and he can also answer any questions and speak on our behalf as well. We are requesting the variance for several reasons. 3 of them briefly are the need. Kitty Academies have been open for over 25 years. There's 105 of them. We'll be the first in Louisiana, but all of their studies and research has shown that we really need 25 as a maximum parking spots. So we feel that by the 26 that we're proposing will more than meet the need. The other reason, really the need being the number one, we have all kind of fun stuff for y'all to read if you'd like to see, just supporting that. Runoff, if it's not necessary, why increase the runoff to impact the parish? And, cost to us, if we can eliminate the additional cost of concrete and put the money where it needs to be for the kids, then that's what we want to do.
Any question by board members?
If, I have one, ma'am.
Sure.
Have you asked the building department, is the building department, Lance, okay with reducing the number of parking places per code?
Yes, sir, we're fine. Also, I just want to say that I put on there that to construct 27 parking spaces,
Yeah.
and I think she said 25.
Yeah,
so,
and 27 is,
Okay.
But Lance, the.
No, I have no problem. No,
The actual building department.
Yes, sir.
Which would be,
Laverne.
Mr. Laverne, they have no problem with it.
No, sir, they don't. No, sir.
Y'all have one entrance in and out of the daycare?
we do, but we met the parish requirements for I think it's 80 feet in the front, and so there is one long drive in with a long access in the front.
Okay, my concern though is,
Yes.
do you have a drop-off route as far as to circle these cars, or does everybody
No.
have to come in and park
No.
and get their kids?
Yeah, no drop off, but there's no circle. What we felt was better, and what the support of the Kitty Academy was, we have 10 allotted spaces in the front of the building to eliminate. Sometimes if you're in a horseshoe, your cars get stuck if a parent's in there longer than need be. So we have 10 allotted spots in the front that are primarily for the drop off and pickup of the children.
Does those 10 spots affect are they among the 27, and does that affect the requirements, Lance? In other words, if these are drop-off areas, in other words, during the entrance of in and out of dropping off and picking up, those 10 spots won't be used. In other words, if I went there to pick up a kid, I'd take a spot.
Yes.
But if somebody else comes there, in other words, I guess my question is, are they considered?
Yes,
Just-
I see where you're going with that, and that's part of what we have, and it's provided from the Kitty Academy. There's really 2 key times in the day. There's a 2-hour time span where the studies show that that's when a lot of the parents come in the morning and in the afternoon. At the maximum, it's usually between 2 and 10 cars at one time at the peak hours. So yes, sir. If you were coming, let's say at those peak times, then you would be one of those 10 kind of allotted spots for the drop off and pickup. But of the 105 schools that are open, and of the years of studying and research, that's the number that they've said at the peakest of hours. There's never more than 10 cars dropping off and picking off, usually at one time on a day-to-day running of the business. Now, at our maximum capacity school, in the middle of the day with our staff there and our children there, we would need 18 parking spots. So we still have ample for drop off and pickup, and in addition to what the Kitty Academy and the parish felt would be accommodating.
Okay, that was my question. If
okay.
you had adequate parking.
Oh, yes.
For everybody to park plus the 10
Yes,
spots.
Definitely.
Okay.
Is there, your entrance road, is it wide enough to take, let's say there was a jam up?
Yeah.
Could people park alongside that while they
Yes.
waited to get in?
They
One of the
could.
10 spots?
They could. The way that do y'all have our 2 proposals?
We have
Yeah,
a
we have a
lot.
bunch of paperwork. My question though is, you're gonna have 18 on staff according to this things y'all provided, and you're only asking for 27 parking spots, so do my math, it's not enough really to park 156 possible kids.
Okay.
Plus 2 handicap?
Yes, if
Or
Chris
is it
wants to come up here
27
too. And
including
and I don't know if I
handicap?
can approach the bench, but this.
Yeah, we have the.
Yeah, we
We have
y'all-
that.
y'all
Yes, we have
this-
that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. They have this. Okay. Yes, sure.
I'm sorry, sir, what was your question? I'm Chris Camarata. with
Like
Kitty
the
Academy.
thing y'all, the occupant chart y'all supplied here, it has staff 15, administrative 3. That's 18 people that would require to be parked there
Sure.
20 during the hours. So 27 is really only gonna allow you. Yeah, 10 drop off, 156 kids is what y'all say right here as capacity.
Right. Well, generally speaking, we don't get 156 kids that come in at any one given time.
Right.
And we don't require 18 staff member until we get to 156 children. So if we're opening at 6:30 and closing at 6:30, parents generally drop off in 10-minute intervals. They pull up to the Kitty Academy Park, they'll get out of their car, sign their child in, and then exit. And as the population's increasing, we're also building staff to meet the requirements of state licensing requirements. So when we say we need 18 parking spaces when we're fully enrolled, we've dropped off all the children by that time, and that time takes from 6:30 to around 9:30, 10 o'clock to get to that point. And the staff is coming in as children are coming in as well.
Okay.
Same thing happens at the end of the day. As parents are picking up, staff is leaving.
So you're taking a national statistic and applying it to a local situation, right?
We're actually looking
And
at.
does that usually work pretty well?
It works very well, in fact. We look at all of our academies. We've got 105 throughout the country.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to look at the bell curve that occurs as parents are dropping off, because it's consistent throughout our system.
Interesting.
Lance, I got a question to you. Have you looked in all of this and you're
Yes, sir, I'm fine with it. Yes, sir.
thank you.
The 2 handicap spots that you have, that's included into your 27, right?
Yes, it is.
My only concern is I go to a daycare every day,
I know.
every morning and afternoon.
I know.
And not having a flow through, I know everybody has to have their kids, but basically to an after school or before school by 7:50. So there's not like you're spreading those kids out anytime thin. You got to be there between 7 and 7:30 till 7:50, so they can get on a bus that comes to this daycare. So you have a mass in that morning picking up. So that's not spread out. And so that's my only concern, is that you're going to have that mass come in there and there's no way to get out other than this one place, or sit here and block everything while you're trying to find a parking spot.
Well, our school age program is limited to, is it 15 or 19?
Yeah, 19 children. Are you talking about the before school care?
Right, before and after school.
Right. It's limited to 19 children. We don't have a huge program for that.
Okay, because I see school age 6 to 12, students per staff 23, capacity at 22.
He's talking about before and after care, yes.
Right.
Okay, two things I could probably say to that. The way that we've designed it, really even at 27 parking spaces, we felt that it would be ample because of, even with the before school care, let's say, some moms and dads have to get their children there. While they have to be there by a certain time, they're all getting there at different times. And they do know, and we do know, that there will be 2 times of the day that you'll have a majority of your children being dropped off. But really, historically, at 6:30, unfortunately, some of the kids before school are going to get there at 6:30, 6:45, and so while a little bundle may get there right at about the same time, we really do feel that kind of with the driving in and driving out, that it'll be ample parking. And it was kind of one of the reasons with the versus the circular was to kind of increase that. It really does a lot for really easy turning in, turning out, so to decrease any type of congestion that we would kind of foresee.
Oh, y'all pretty much landlocked as far as this plan? There's a pond, but is the pond dug currently?
No, we call that Lake Kitty. No, the pond is not. Yeah, in meeting with the parish requirements, yes, it is. That we've got I keep going back to 80, the parish requirements of the frontage being, 80 across, and then the driveway in. We are.
The pond,
Yes?
it looks like there's several different lots on this plot plan.
Yes.
The pond looks like it's overlapping on the front lots,
Yes.
so y'all own those?
Yes.
So y'all are not exactly totally landlocked from the road, correct?
Correct.
In other words, you can move the pond toward the main road a little bit and achieve more parking spaces.
No.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yes, ma'am, if y'all own the lots where the gentleman was speaking, that y'all own the 4 lots where the pond encumbers onto
Okay.
those lots.
So we own those with 2 other business partners, and upon execution of this, our business partners will own the front 4 lots and we will own the back lot. So while we currently have ownership in them, we will not in moving forward.
Okay.
But I mean, who determined from the back property line of the front lots to the pond that is incumbent into the 4 lots?
Oh.
Who determined that measurement?
We went with the parish's recommendations. The parish encouraged us to go ahead and allot for drainage now.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not talking about necessarily drainage. I'm getting back to what Chairman was speaking about children coming in and out and all that, and adequate parking spaces. Could the pond be moved up a little bit into that? In other words, into those lots a little bit and
No,
have more
because-
parking spaces?
Because then we would, no, because the way the land's been subdivided. Let me see if I can explain that. The way the land's been subdivided to meet the requirements and the way that we have the acreage, we would have to go back and re-subdivide the land, because while we currently have ownership in them, the plan is not to. We're land swapping with our partners, and so it would affect the acreage that we're dealing with, and we would have to potentially, I suppose, buy some of their land in the long run, in a very roundabout way, if we tried to move the pond up.
Well, now, is the pond at a minimum size that it needs to be, because it kind of jets up on one corner? So
That
could the
was-
pond be more rectangular than what it is right now?
We may be able to. We were, dealing with the retention issues and fill mitigation issues. So again, we've been working really closely with the parish. So this was kind of all the tweaking that, going back and forth, that this was our final way that we could meet all the needs.
I showed 25 parking spaces on here, and I know Mr. Lance had mentioned 27 being requested by the zoning department.
Let me go back and look.
Where are the other 2 parking spots going to be located, or have y'all looked at that?
There's 27.
This one,
Yeah, I count
right there, yeah.
it all. I don't count it.
Do you want me to show you up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right there.
Right in this area.
Oh, it's different than what.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
There's no more questions. I'm gonna open public hearing.
Any more questions?
Make a motion to open public hearing?
Second?
Motion to open public hearing, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment period is now open. Y'all can give us, anybody that's for or against this variance, please come up.
Make a motion to close?
Motion to close public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Most public comment period is now closed. Any discussion, motions?
I'm gonna go ahead and jump out here on a limb. I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to accept as written.
And I'm gonna second it.
Motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Ms. Kathy Desideer. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much.
All right. Next zoning review idea is 2044.09, Lot A for Troy Bertha Lot, located northeast corner of Highway 935, Stringer Bridge Road, and Ira Road. Is anybody here for this variance? You signed in?
Yes, sir.
State what you're trying to do.
My name is Scott Lobell with Lobell Engineering and Land Surveying, and I represent Mr. Troy Berthlot. And what he would like to do We provided you guys with an updated survey of his 6-acre tract, and he wants to allow his nephew to put a mobile home on the property. On this property currently, one of his daughters lives in a mobile home, and it doesn't really meet with Justin Berthlight being his nephew, he doesn't really meet the requirements of being able to do a family partition, and he doesn't really want to transfer title over to his nephew either, but he does want to help him out and give him a place to pull his mobile home.
So are you saying that he just wants it temporarily, so he's not going to permanently stay in the mobile home on the property?
I think his aspirations is to build a house eventually on some property that he hadn't yet acquired from his parents. It's still in their name, but
You said earlier that he doesn't want to transfer title to the nephew.
that's right. Mr. Berthlight doesn't want to transfer title to his nephew, but he is willing to allow him to move a mobile home onto his property if we can be granted the variance.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
Do they have a location as to where the mobile home will be moved to?
It would be near the barn.
This would just be temporarily, mobile home temporarily put there.
Until he builds a house.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So currently, there's a barn and there's another mobile home
And a metal building.
and a metal building.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the metal building used for?
It's Mr. Berthlight's shop.
Okay.
He has equipment in there. And
Any bathroom facilities, electric in there? Electric? No running water?
Yes, the wells, the pumps in there.
Oh, okay.
It's farm equipment.
Okay.
I think that what they're trying to get is an automotive shop. No. Converted automotive shop.
Is there a time stipulation that they would agree to as far as leaving the mobile home there?
No, ma'am, he has, Justin's father owns 6 acres. It's a family partition originally. My sister owns 6 acres behind me. Then Mike owns 6 acres behind her. And he had his land tied up in a mortgage for his home, and that's gonna be a little while yet. Whenever he finishes up with that, he's gonna then give Justin his piece of property back there.
Okay, and
But,
you don't know how long of a time period that's gonna be? Okay.
I think what the board's really concerned about is will it turn into a rental property? Would it be okay if we had a stipulation for it not to be a rental property
Yes, you
if it's
could
never
do that.
used for this purpose?
Yes, you could do that.
Okay.
yeah, we would definitely propose signing an affidavit or something like that for it not to be a rental.
No, you just want it temporarily.
Right, he's 21 years old, out of school, you know,
Right.
well, he's living with my daughter right now.
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get him, well,
I move we open public comment.
Second.
Public comment period is now open. Anybody for or against this variance?
Close public hearing.
Second.
Public comment is now closed. All those in, well, you got a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept it as written.
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Motion by Mr. Milton Cluott, seconded by Mrs. Kathy Desideer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have some old business, zoning review ID from last month, 2033.09, lot 19 on Cambray Place for Mario Morales. Located on the north side of Redbud Road, approximately 90 feet west of Sweet Leaf Road. Ma'am, state your name and your, what you're trying to do.
Hi, my name is Denise, and we're trying to move a 14 by 60 trailer on a 50 by 80 lot. We bought the trailer before knowing there's some requirements. And we bought it for my sister. She just moved in from Texas, and we want something for her kids to leave something safety. And I also bring a picture of the property. This is the lot where we are planning to move the mobile home.
So there's nothing else on this lot?
No, it was just wood. We clean it and we make the driveway.
Any questions from the board?
Open public hearing.
Second.
Most, public hearing's now open. Anybody in the audience for or against this?
Closed.
I'll second it.
Public comments now closed since there's nobody in the audience. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the variance as written.
No second.
Motion by Tyler Glue, second by Mr. Bill Lee. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you.
And please excuse me, last month I completely forgot. I confused with days, Tuesday and Thursday, so I got confused. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's quite all right.
Any more business? Hear a motion to adjourn?
Got a motion to adjourn right here.
Motion by Mr. Cluett, second
I second.
by Jim Cecil. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion, we're adjourned.